back to my K-pop tarot channel. This time around I'm going to be doing a bit of different reading. I'm going to see how successful NCT127's fifth album titled Fact Check is going to be. While watching this video, please keep in mind that this is all for entertainment purposes. I don't claim to know the future. I'm just telling what my cards are going to be telling me. Tarot is supposed to be for fun, not to spread any sort of negativity or like hate. So yeah, please keep that in mind while watching this video, and also take my words with a grain of salt, as I'm just a tarot beginner reader. So yeah, without further ado, let's see. NCT127, how successful is their album going to be? How successful is NCT127's album Fact Check is going to be? How successful is it going to be? This card. How successful in general is NCT127 album Fact Check is going to be? How successful? Okay, this card. It's a bit of a different reading, but I hope you will guys like it and recommend me even more what me to do. Okay, so how successful is NCT's album Fact Check going to be? I got the card of Seven of Swords and the card from the Oracle Extremism. I think that this album is going to be a bit rushed. I'm not sure why, but like I feel like the company is like pushing them so hard, the boys, to release this album, pushing them to continue perfecting it, and I think that deep down the boys know that they aren't ready for it, because the card of extremism is like one person is forcing and telling you, look, your contract is telling you to do this and you have to do this. So like some sort of like even pushing, you know, pushing the boys to do it. Maybe they will not, like some sort of contract obligation, this seems like, and the public will somehow notice that in the album. And as well as that, I got the card of Seven of Swords, which is like confirms my theory. It's like sneaking, being sneaky, teasing a lot. So there could be some sort of teasers being released to the public, where fans are going to hype this album, their title track, for example. As well as that, I think that in terms of success, I don't think it's going to be like their greatest album. It's going to be successful, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's going to be like, you know, all of a sudden like a hit song. But we will try and see that. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be like their greatest title track of all time, definitely not, at least not from the tarot's point of view. Now let's see. How are the Korean public going to react to NCT127's album Fact Check? How is the Korean public going to react to it? Okay, got 3 cards. Korean side. How is the international public going to react to NCT127's album Fact Check? How is the international public going to react to it? International public, how are they going to react to NCT127's album? This card. How is the international public going to react to NCT127's title? Thank you. album, fact check, NCT127 international public reaction. There's way too many cards, only one more. International public's reaction to NCT127's album, next album. Okay, got some sort of card. Ay ay ay. Ay ay ay. How is the international side going to welcome NCT's album called Fact Check, next album of NCT127? How is the international public going to react to it? And how will Korean public going to react to NCT127's album? International Korean public, I'm sorry. Korean public going to react to NCT. Interesting. So on my left, on my left is the cards that represent Korean side, and I got for them, I got the card of Five of Swords, the Devil, and the Seven of Wands. And from the Oracle I got the card of Detachment. From the international side I got the card of Seven of Swords, Two of Wands, and the Three of Swords. And from the Oracle I got the card of Statues. So how is Korean public going to react to their comeback? I think that in the time that the boys are going to release their songs, their comeback, the album, there's going to be tough competition releasing their songs. So there could be some sort of competition for music show wins, for better place in the charts, because there is going to be other famous Korean K-pop groups that are going to release music in the same time. So hence why I think that the Korean side are going to appreciate the boys' talent, their hard work that they put into this into this comeback. But somehow I feel like they're going to be detached from this album. Maybe they're going to compare this album to their previous releases, and somehow feel a bit like there's something lacking in it, and I'm not sure, but they're going to appreciate their hard work. Yeah. And there could be the Korean public is going to like maybe the boys' looks in appearance wise in like music show in the music video, I'm sorry. Like there could be appreciative of the boys, sexiness in a way, something like that. But I don't think that Korean public is going to be super interested in this comeback for some reason. And from the international side, I got the card of Seven of Swords, Two of Wands, and Three of Swords, and the card of Statues. I think that international public, there's going to be some sort of split opinions about this album. Some people are going to be really loving it and calling it their best songs to date, and the other side of the fandom of international are going to be split up somehow by thinking that they expected something different and they did not receive that. So there could be some sort of disappointment from one side of the fandom of international. But there, I think that because Two of Wands and the Statues card are right here, I think that international public is going to be pushing the fandom in a way to vote for the boys. There could be, some sort of efforts being made to somehow achieve music show wins, for example, achieve better album sales. International public in that sort of department is going to be way more interested than the Korean side for some strange reasons. I think that, as well as that, don't get me wrong, but I think that international public is going to be somehow really the pushing power of this album success, the international public. And there are some like planned things that they are planning to do, and I think that for them there could, as I mentioned, the other side that is going to really like it, they're going to call this comeback the best, you know, like the boys show off their talent. Maybe the international public could be talking about some sort of line distribution. There could be talks in international side for that one member is not getting enough lines, because I got the card of Seven of Swords, which is telling off about the mistreatment, something like that. How successful will NCT127's fifth album Fact Check is going to be in terms of chart? In terms of charts, how successful will NCT's 127 title track from album and Fact Check, their upcoming, is going to be in terms of charting, you know, on charts like Melon and so on. Charts. In terms of YouTube views, how successful will NCT's 127 going to be in terms of YouTube views? YouTube views. In terms of album sales, how successful is NCT127's upcoming album going to be in terms of album sales? And just in general, how successful will it be? Like Spotify, in general, how successful will this comeback going to be? In comparison to their other albums, how successful will this be? Okay. So, in terms of charts, NCT127's title track is going to be high up in the chart, because I got the card of Four of Wands, which is celebrating. So yeah, there could be, they could be high in the charts in like top 10, because fans are going to celebrate it, and they will try and stream, you know, and do all the requirements that it is needed for them to chart really well. In terms of YouTube views, I got the card of Knight of Wands and Three of Wands. So yeah, in terms of YouTube views, at first there could be some sort of, you know, like in comparison a bit lower numbers. But I think that once the fans are going to start really streaming it, the rise will like climb up. So there, in terms of views, I don't think you have to worry that much. I think that at first, because I got Three of Wands, there could be some sort of, you know, planning up, so maybe like streaming nights or something like that. But I think that in terms of views, you don't have to worry about it. In terms of album sales, I got the cards of Justice and the Moon, which tells me that it's not going to be, you know, record breaking for them. They're going to sell this album as they usually do, because I got the card of Justice and the Moon, which tells me, you know, their usual numbers. It's not going to be like way higher or nor way lower. It's going to be their usual like numbers that they sell, something like that. So maybe 1 million. I actually not sure how many they sell usually, but I don't think it's going to be like record break. Like maybe they will achieve higher numbers in terms of album sales, but I don't think it's going to be that significant higher. I could be completely wrong, but that's what my interpretations are. And in general, how successful will this comeback going to be in comparison to the others? I got the card of Seven of swords, but it is in reverse position. So in terms of their other comparison, I got the card of Seven of Swords in reverse, which this card represents lying to yourself or to others, a need for perspective and honesty, secrets, something stolen, taking more than your fair share, being held by imposter syndrome. So in terms of this comeback is not going to be like some sort of, something different, like shaking the K-pop industry. I don't think it's going to be like that. It's going to be their usual comeback. Yeah, their usual comeback, something like that. But they're going to win couple of maybe award, music show win, something like that. But I don't think it's going to be like, something completely different, something their usual thing. So yeah, if you enjoyed this reading, please consider subscribing, liking and commenting. If you like this format that I'm trying for the first time, please let me know other groups comeback that you want me to look into. And yeah, without further ado, goodbye.